Hello and welcome. You join us today from the guys from the MRC in the GT3 World Series. Still round one at Yamagawa, but this is the feature race. That's Yamagawa and Miyabi in one 40-minute race. And obviously after the sprint race, the top 8 get reversed round. So obviously whoever finished in 8th starts on pole, 2nd is then 7th, and obviously then whoever finished first then starts in 8th. And the rest of the field from 9th backwards stay as they were. So from starting first we have Vroom Vroom in the Peugeot. In second we've got Blackie in the Toyota. In third we've got Fast JMS, what I call him Fast Jims. In fourth we've got Ice. In fifth we've got T50 Gary. In sixth we've got Berserk Boy, finished third in the sprint. In seventh we've got Bazza, obviously finished second in the sprint. In eighth we've got Golden Brownies, winner of the sprint race, starting in eighth. In ninth we have Surfer. In 10th place we have Captain Pugwash. In 11th we have Molson. In 12th we have Gus. In 13th we have Benji. And in 14th we have Pud. So let's get these guys underway. We've got 40 minutes at Miyabi and Yamagawa and Miyabi. You have to use the soft and medium tyres for this race. So some might try and do a 1-stop, some will try and do a 2-stop. We'll see which way works out best. Let's get these guys going. And away we go. Pretty decent start. A few moves there at the back coming up. Already down to second place. Blackie has put it into first. Fast Jims has made a couple up as well as Ice. So that Peugeot clearly not the fastest thing from a standing start. Really going to struggle for the season for that. Going fifth. Bazza's up one place to sixth. Golden Berserker there in seventh. Golden Brownie runs it wide into the wall. So that's allowed Surfer, Gus and Pugwash to get past. Pud has moved up a couple of positions there. Benji 13th, Morton 14th. So all still fairly close. No real big incidents at the beginning of the race. But as they break away from Yamagawa onto the Miyabi circuit, it's a very short little loop, but these are quite technical, these hairpins, getting them right. Because there was a few little bumps in between the changeover between tracks, but Ice is going side by side with Blackie there for first place, but looks like Blackie's been able to defend off so far. And Bazza's looking racy, trying to go around the outside. It's typically probably not going to work coming into it, but it may get the drive coming out. So we've got a three-way battle here for first place, and everyone's just lining up behind all the action. Bazza going up for the inside of Blackie. Does Bazza get it? It looks like he does. So Bazza's gone from 7th to 1st in 3/4 of a lap. What tyres is Bazza on? He's on the medium, so he's on the slower of the two compounds. Ice there, he's got past Blackie as well. Probably with them all three of them fighting for that first place. Blackie there in 3rd. Fast Jims up to 4th. Vroom dropped down to 5th place. Gus in 6th. Golden Brownies made his way back up to 7th after that incident through the S's. Captain Pugwash there in 8th place. Golden Brownie, did he get past? He got past 2 there. How did he do that? He went up the inside of Gus. And Vroom Vroom's gone wide as well, so 2 places, 1 corner for Golden Brownies. It was on the hunt down to Fast Jim's, Blackie, Ice and Bazza, who are the top 4 for the moment. Looks like Fast Jim's going for a move up the inside of Blackie, so that Corvette's got some speed on the GT500 for sure. I think the GT500 was the quickest car on the grid, which obviously struggles round the corners, but Ice isn't letting Bazza get away since he's got past him half a lap ago. Golden Brownie goes up the inside of Blackie there for 4th place. Gus following through past, obviously, Vroom. He has dropped back a little bit, but hopefully he'll get into the rhythm. Now he's got a fellow Peugeot driver next to him into the right hairpin of Miami. Ice is going well wide there. What happened with Ice? Where is he? There he is. He gets on the power too much. There is a dip there as you come and swap tracks between the two. Obviously, you just got it on the power over the little bridge, and yeah, got the back end spun out on his Dodge. So it's dropped Ice back down to 6th place. So probably given Bazza a bit of a gap. No, Fast Jim's looks like he's filled that gap pretty quickly up to Bazza ahead. Let's try and go back down the field. Hogwash right up behind Ice. Benji's moved up from, where did Benji start? 13th. Molson was in 11th, so them two have moved up a couple of spaces. Gary's dropped back from the pack, same as Surfer, Berserker and Pud. So I don't know if there's any lap 1 incidents there between these 4 guys, that's why they've dropped off the back of the pack. That Bazza there, and I've got Golden Brownie behind him. So the 1st and 2nd from race 1, 1st and 2nd again after less than 2 laps in this feature race. So them two clearly enjoying this track and making their way through the field. Fast Jim's there in 3rd place, Blackie in 4th. He's got Gus right up behind him with the GT500, be able to outpace the Dodge into turn 1. Looks like it can. Ooh, Gus goes for a move up the inside, does push Blackie wide. I don't know if that was a bit of a lunge or a fair move. It was forceful, but Gus did make the apex, but with a touch on Blackie. Nice there in 6th. He's broke a little bit away from Pugwash, who was right behind him, but Pugwash has got Vroom. So it looks like he's going to go for the inside into 135R. Looks like Vroom's been able to keep it up the inside. He is on racing mediums as well, so but Pugwash will have the inside of the Miami right hander hairpin. So still 7th and 8th for Pugwash and Vroom. Molson there, he's got past Benji and he's now caught up to the back of these two. They have been fighting. So that's kind of what you need when you have got a little bit of a gap ahead of you. You want the guys in front to fight, so you can close that gap up and maybe have a look with Molson, try and go around the outside here of Vroom. Looks like he will. Molson's been able to use that extra bit of banking mid-corner to get round the outside and into 8th place. Benji there was looking behind. Oh, looks like he got a little bit late on the brakes there. He's gone a bit deep. He should be able to square the corner off and use the power of that Corvette to catch up to the back of Vroom. Up to the left-hand hairpin. I think it's, I can't think what this one's called. It was 35R, that was it. Yes, not lost any time from going deep on that right-hander coming out of Miami. Gary Days, let's see, so he had a bit of an incident. We've got a yellow flag up ahead. And there's the Fast Jim's. Fast Jim's was in 3rd. What did he do here? He got it a little bit too fast going in, got wide. on the exit, and he's just have to sit there and wait for everyone to go past, otherwise he will cause an incident. It's unlucky there for Fast Jims. He was doing well in 3rd place. He's now dropped down to 10th and into the clutches of Gary. So these two, I think, were close in the first race as well, the 2 Corvettes. So we'll see who's going to be the top Corvette out of these two come the end of the race. So for there, he's got past Berserker, I believe. No, Surfer was just ahead of Berserker. So Berserker's been able to catch up to the back of Surfer there for 12th place, and Pug just off the back of these two. Yeah, look at an incident on lap 2, 2:34, when the lap time was about 2:18 or so. Bazza has got Golden Brownie right up his tailpipes. So role reversal of the sprint race between these two. But Golden Brownie is on the soft tyre compared to Bazza on the medium. So Golden Brownie's gone for the soft, and as you can see, look, he's already worn out that front left after, well, it's only on lap 4. Just over halfway through lap 4, and his front right has gone. So will he be coming in this lap, or will he be able to make another lap? The tyre rule is obviously if it goes red on this lap, he has to the end of the next lap to pit, but will it be worth it with how much time he's going to lose on a red tyre? But them two have broke away from Ice and Gus, obviously with Fast Jims having that incident nearly a lap ago. So Ice in 3rd with Gus followed fairly closely behind. You can see the gap between the two of the front two and kind of the rest of the pack for 3rd, 4th, 5th, all the way down to about Captain Pugwash in 9th place, with a bit of a gap between Gary and Fast Jims. So Gary's been able to get past Fast Jims for that 10th place. We've got another one in the wall. We've got Gus. What's happened with Gus? Did he do the same thing? It looked like he does. Done exactly the same thing as Fast Jims did identically a lap ago. As you can see there, Golden Brownie has come into the pit on the left hand side. So he doesn't want to do another lap on them soft tyres. So I think anyone else who started on softs could be coming in this lap. Yeah. So Golden Brownie comes out to the pit in 7th. Pugwash is in, and so is Gus. Pugwash probably could have done another lap, it looked like, on his tyres. But clearly thought that 4 laps was enough. Comes out in 13th, and Gus will come out in 14th. Putting in fuel, don't think you needed to put fuel in for the feature, unless that Dodge is a 30-year-old girl, and now he won't have to put any in for the rest of the race, but we shall see. But that's left Bazza all alone out at the front. He's got no one pressuring him from behind now that Golden Brownie has pitted. Ice there in 2nd, obviously got a bit of a gap now after Gus made the mistake in the final chicane. But Blackie in 3rd. Molson's been able to make his way up to 4th place. He was about 7th or 8th only a couple of laps ago, so really flying is Molson. I think he started 11th on the grid as well. I don't think he'll be able to make it go around the outside again on the long left on Miyabi. Will he make it up to the 2nd hairpin of Miyabi? Don't think Molson will. Oh, he does go for a move up the inside of Blackie, but it's a little bit late. I think he does let Blackie go. He does get a little bit of bump from Broom Broom behind in the middle of the corner, and that's allowed Benji to get the drive. Yeah, the Broom Broom gave a bump to Molson, but Golden Brownie here on a fresh set of mediums, getting it tail happy out of 35R into the final chicane. It's not going to be helping him being stuck behind this traffic with Bazza having clean air, so will he be able to dispatch any of these guys? Goes for the move up the inside of Benji into the final corner. Nice clean pass. And he's got 4 more to go. Just see if he can clear them before Bazza comes into the pit. And see where they all end up. Benji looks like he's going to fight back. Don't think he will be able to, because he's on fairly worn mediums, where Golden Brownie's on a lovely fresh set of mediums. So Golden Brownie's already done his required fuel tyre mandatory tyre stints that he's got to do. Vroom there, just up ahead. Molson, we've got some tyre squealing there from Ice. Golden Brownie up the inside of Vroom. Now got Molson up ahead of him for 4th place. Does he go for a mover up the inside? Keeps it on the apex. There's the bump that you do. It's a bit harder to see from this angle, but round the outside of Molson goes Golden Brownie. He's got Blackie up ahead of him, so getting through the field nicely is Golden Brownie after the pit stop. Where's the other guys that have pitted? Pugwash there in 12th, so he's got past Jims, but Fast Jims has pitted as well. So I don't think anyone else has pitted. Looking at tyre wear, but Bazza has not got much left on his front right, same as Ice, struggling on his front right. Blackie has got a little bit more left on his front right than the 2 in front of him. We know Golden's good. Molson's there, he's got about the same as Blackie. That Peugeot seems to absolutely save its tyres compared to other cars, so he'll probably might be trying to do the one stop if he can. He's done 14 minutes on a set of mediums, so get to about lap 16 or so. 12, sorry. We'll have about 5-6 laps on the softs, which should be possible for the Peugeot by the looks of it. It doesn't look like anyone else has come into the pit that round. Gary's there right behind Benji, so Gary's been able to catch up to the back of Benji. Surf has come into the pit, so he's done his mediums tyres, but will he go back on the mediums or will he go to the softs? Berserker goes through, and we know the guys at the back have all pitted. So Bazza, by the looks of it, he probably will be coming in at the end of this lap. His tyres have gone red. Golden Brownie's made his way through the pack. Obviously it's taken him like 2 laps to do so, so will that have hampered him getting past the guys and giving Bazza a decent gap in front of him? Ice there, looks like he's going to be coming into the end of the pit this lap. Blackie possibly the same as Molson, so a lot of these guys I believe will be coming into the pit this lap, just due to how much time you're going to lose when your tyre goes really red. You lose about 2 or 3 seconds per lap. In 6th, we've still got a lot of tyre wear left, and so is Gary. Quite surprised with the Corvette having that much tyre wear left. Benji in another Corvette doing a little bit worse in tyre wear, so Gary's obviously trying to save his tyres as well as catching up to the back of the battle for, what is it, 3rd? Yeah, Blackie just up ahead, so battle for 3rd place, all the way down to Benji in 8th. Let's have a real battle going on here. Berserker Boy obviously had that incident. Looks like he's had another off on lap 5, going by the lap times. So clearly, obviously not liking this track after a decent result in the sprint race. Obviously just the Miyabi changeover with the bump that Bazza, as you can see, there's come into the pit. So let's jump up to the front and see who else comes in. Blackie, everyone peels off into the pits. apart from Vroom Vroom and Gary and Benji. So that's 4 of them. Bazza's coming up to the pit now, so Golden Brownie's been able to leapfrog Bazza by quite a bit, since these two had run away from the pack before the pit stop cycle. So they are a fair bit ahead of Blackie, who's obviously now made his pit stop. Ice, who's made his Berserker, he's going to be probably coming in at the end of this lap. He's got a Rizzler paper of tyre wear left on his front right. He's had a yellow flag then for a second. There is someone going slowly. It's Benji. Benji gets it. That camera angle was shocking. So what happened with Benji and it looked like Bazza? Look. Goes wide, Bazza goes to the outside, Bazza hits the wall. That's a hard one because Bazza was trying to avoid Benji going past, but obviously the wall comes up to him quicker than he thought. So I don't know if that was a racing incident or what between them two. We'll see what the stewards come back with on that one in the next round. Any stewards' inquiries will be updated for the season. So that's dropped Benji from, what was it, 4th down to 7th now, and he's still got a pit. Probably the worst thing could have happened to him. But Blackie and Ice obviously both have pitted for softs. Gary hasn't. What did Bazza go to? Bazza's gone to softs as well, so he's going to be flying past these guys that are on very worn mediums, which he has done. He's dispatched them with it a lot quicker than Golden Brownie did when he came out of the pits onto his mediums. So yeah, Blackie and Ice there, Benji there. There's a little bit of a gap behind them two. Berserker Boy getting caught by Captain Pugwash, who hasn't pitted yet. But I think Berserker's really struggling on that front right, having no grip at all. He's all his tyres down to the cords. But Frostian, he's pitted and he's catching up to the back of these two. But I do believe that Berserker will be coming to the pit this lap. Molson down to 11th, but he has pitted, so he'll probably make a few spaces back up when everyone else is pitting. Yeah, he did put fuel in and filled it up. So will people be filling up their cars in if they do stop for a second time? We shall see. Pud there, both right tyres. Oh, Berserker's lost it again. That'll be the front right, giving out on in. Probably didn't just carry straight on and didn't turn, and just straight into the grass. That's why running the red tyres is not preferable, because it will happen. You just have to wait. It does go just in front of Gus, but Gus has got plenty of time to react. So if he just misses him as well. So anyone else pitted this lap? Benji has come into the pit. So yeah, we're about halfway into the race, and looks like some will be trying to do the one stop, and some will be trying to do the two stop. So yeah, Gary there and Vroom Vroom, both about the same tyre wear, both together on track. So it looks like they've gone 20 minutes or so on the mediums. Already got another probably coming on lap 11. Will they try and go just the softs to the end? We shall see. Bazza there, he is about 7 seconds behind Golden Brownie, so did lose a few seconds from when they've pitted. I don't know if Bazza put any more fuel in than Golden Brownie. They're both about the same, but Golden Brownie's tyres are coming to the end fairly shortly, so you can see between Golden Brownie's tyres and then you've got Vroom Vroom and Gary, there's not much between them, and Golden's already pitted, so obviously they're all going to have one more stop to go. Looks like the front four. I don't think Bazza will be able to make them softs last to the end of the race. Blackie there in 5th, goes deep on the second right with Miyabi. But he had enough of a gap between him and Ice not to worry about Molson there in 7th. So he has gained a couple paces from the guys pitting. Hugwash in 8th. Got caught by Fast Jims in 9th place there. Gus in 10th. Surfers, so he's been able to catch up to Gus. He did have a 2:31, so I don't know. No, he didn't change tyres because he's got a bit of tyre wear on him, so he didn't pit. Looked like he pitted on lap 6, I would say, for Surfer. He might have just had an incident on lap 8. Benji there, obviously we know he had an incident with Bazza on his in lap. Pud there, he's coming to the pit, fresh set of boots, same as Berserker. Obviously Berserker had a terrible in lap on that last chicane. Not what you want to be doing any point in a race, especially on your in lap. But Gus has come into the pit now, so will he be going just for the softs till the end of the race in his Viper? But Gary has pitted, so Gary had enough of the mediums. He's gone to the softs for the end of the race. I would say it'd be a shame if he had to pit again, going so long on a set of mediums. But Broom Broom still going. I think he's the last one to make his first pit stop. Doing not too bad, pretty consistent lap times there of 21s and 22s. But he obviously is probably losing time to the guys up front. Yeah, doing well. Bazza was 2:18 last time round, and Golden at 2:19. So, apart from pit stops, they've been all about 2:19, 2:20 mark of these two up front. But I think Broom will be coming in at the end of this lap. So Blackie's got to gain about 5-6 seconds between him and Broom Broom. Probably less than that, I would say. Yeah, probably only about 2.5 to 3 seconds now. Yeah, it looks like they're both going to have to pit again, same as Ice. So it looks like this is going to be potentially a battle for 3rd place between Broom Broom, Blackie and Ice. Gary might come into this as well, because he obviously hasn't got a pit again. So yeah, that could be interesting between them two. Molson, he might try and go to the end. We'll see. He's got obviously a bit on his own at the moment. Yeah, Broom Broom has now come into the pit. So nearly 24 minutes on a set of mediums is pretty good going. So it shows you how good that tyre wear is on the Peugeot. So that could be something to consider later on in the season to watch out for, when we've got the 1 hour endurance and 1 hour and a half endurance around Suzuka. Hugwash has come in as well, so yeah, it shows that RCZ has got something with its tyres. Fast Jim's in 8th place now, Surfer up to 9th, Benji in 10th, Hard in 11th. Hugwash comes out ahead of Berserker, and Gus, he's obviously had a little bit of an incident. He's got front right damage on his car, but it looks like Bazza has been able to catch up to Golden Brownie. Golden Brownie's got nothing on his front right, so will he be coming in this lap? Looks like Bazza's going to drive right round the outside of him. He is there, but that's a nip to the inside. This is a battle for first. Bazza's looks like Bazza made the move around the outside. He's got a fresher set of softs than Golden Brownie does, so lovely move there from Bazza around the outside of Golden Brownie for 1st place. Will Bazza, well yeah, Bazza's going to have to pit again, but what will he come out on? I think Golden's probably going to have to come out on a set of mediums with, yeah, what we got, 14 minutes left of the race to go when he comes into the pit. I don't think he can do a set of softs lasting that long. Blackie and Ice having a battle for 3rd place. Now that Vroom Vroom's made his pit stop, but obviously I think these two have got to make a pit stop again I don't think their tyre wear is going to last to the end of the race. No, they're certainly not. Both down to about 15%. Also, yeah, Golden Brownie into the pit. Still got 40% of fuel left, so he might not have to worry about filling up. But will these two come into the pit this time? No, they don't. They carry on. Gary there, obviously he hasn't pitted, so he's in 5th. Vroom Vroom now obviously has pitted as well, so he's dropped down to 6th. Golden Brownie comes out in 3rd place, so he's only got one person to deal with this time rather than I think 4 or 5 he had last time when he came out of the pit. So obviously it's now released Bazza for a lap or two to see if he can extend that gap over him and Golden Brownie, seeing that Ice has got a pit, same as Blackie. So at the moment Gary is going to be 3rd, I would say, because he's a bit too far behind Golden. Obviously Golden was battling with Bazza as they came around to the end of the last lap. Moving there, a bit of space between him and Gary. Obviously Molson there, a little bit of a gap behind as well, but if Molson can make them tyres last, he won't have to pit again, but it's going to be a tough ask. It's 13 minutes on that set of mediums with only about 40% left to go. Fast Jim's, it looks like he's going to have to come in to the end of this lap. Drifting up wide, going through the left-hander hairpin of Miyabi. He gets obviously overtaken by Benji on the exit. I think Benji will be doing the same in a lap or so's time. Coming in here, Surfer there, burning that right tyre up. You can see the red mark round the outside of that tyre. Shows he's really leaning on it round that right-hander. You see having 3 of them on this circuit. That's why that car, or that tyre, is just dead compared to the other tyres. Pud there, getting pretty decent tyre wear on the front, well, right side of the car. Bazza's now come into the pit, so we'll see where he comes out in relation with Golden Brownie in a second. Rugwash there, he's made his pit stop. He's not going to be able to. Was Pud? Surely Pud didn't go softs for that long, but Golden Brownie has pulled out in front of Bazza. Just gets out in front of Ice there, but he's come out on a set of softs and Golden Brownie on a set of mediums, so Bazza should be able to catch up to the back of Golden pretty quickly. He did pull out in front of Ice. The Ice will be coming into the pit this lap. Blackie's come in, and he's now coming back out. He's just behind Molson, and then Molson's going to have to pit before the end of the race, so that's going to put Blackie. Molson gone deep, so he keeps out of the wall at the top part of the S's. Very good there in 5th place. Gary in 4th, but we know Ice is going to be pitting because with the tyre rule of the MRC, pretty much across the board in most leagues of not running red tyres in any of the leagues, more than a lap or so. But Bazza's not been able to catch up to the back of Golden Brownie. Gap's been about the same since they Bazza came out of the pit. Gary there, he should be able to get past Ice, I would say, before Ice comes into the pit. Really go for the move coming into the right hand pin. No, he won't. Blackie's got past a Molson there, so Blackie up to 6th. Got nothing to worry about in front of him for about 3 or 4 seconds. Might be able to catch up to Vroom Vroom, who, he is on the racing softs, but obviously he is trying to probably save his tyres on this one-stop strategy from most people doing the 2. Molson coming in this lap, same as Benji, same as Surfer. Pud probably trying to go into the end of the race there. Berserker looks like he's going to be coming into the pit fairly soon. Fast Sims just behind him, and Captain Pugwash there as well. So Fast Sims has just done a pit stop as well, on a nice fresh set of softs. And Gus there, it looks like he's going to be coming into the pit. Bazza there, he really got up to Golden Brownie. I don't know if Golden Brownie had a mistake at the end of the last lap, but really caught up to him. So again, is it going to be Bazza going around the outside of Golden Brownie? No, he goes up the inside in 135R, but he's now going to be left out for the outside, coming into the left, the right hairpin of Miyabi, but he's sticking it round the outside. That's the new softs for you, working a treat for Bazza, and Bazza gets it done. So Bazza's back up to first place. So a different strategy run to Golden Brownie, and Golden Brownie didn't have really much he could do to answer back on his set of mediums compared to Bazza's softs. So will Bazza now just kind of tease Golden Brownie in front of him and conserve his tyres to the end of the race? Got just less than 8 minutes of the race to go. Gary there now in third. He's got quite a bit of a gap between him and Vroom Vroom in fourth place of about 8 seconds or so. Blackie there, he has been catching up to the back of Vroom Vroom. That gap has definitely come down. Fox there in sixth. He's probably going to be trying to hone in on Blackie. You can just see him through the longer straights on this circuit to see if he can gain up to the back of Blackie there for fifth place. Molson there, he's come into the pit. He's on his outlap, so he's in 7th place. I think he's a bit too far behind Ice to battle, but anything can happen. Any little mistakes are punished around this circuit, that's for sure. You will probably end up spinning most of the time if you touch the grass. But Molson looks like he's going to have put in a solid performance from, I think it was 11th place to 7th. Benji the same, I think he started in 13th. He's got himself up to 8th place. He's on his outlap, so fresh set of softs for him. He's got Fast Sims, who's on a 1 lap older tyres than Benji. Same car, so we'll see which of these two Corvettes. So it looks like Gary has been the one-stop master for this race. The Corvettes. Surfer there, he's just done an outlap. Captain Pugwash looks like he'll be good to go to the end of the race. Hud there, if he can save his tyres a little bit, he should be able to make it as well. Berserker has made his pit stop and he's back out going again. On another set of softs, so obviously he's going to be good to the end, and the same as Gus. Bazza there with a pretty good strategy. He's already purple halfway around the lap, so will this lap be the fastest lap, which is held by at the moment by Golden Brownie at 2:17.117. We'll see if Bazza can get that purple lap off Golden Brownie. I'm just having a look to see if there's any battles happening on track. There seems to be spaced out, apart from Blackie and Vroom Vroom. These two are the closest on track at the moment, so I will jump on for a quick lap with the race leader at the moment, so everyone can see the track layouts from the sprint and the feature. Bazza does set the fastest lap, 2:16.498. So into turn 1, literally a 180. Oh, Gary does come into the pit. So he didn't do a 1-stop in the end, he's made it a 2-stop. So yeah, 180, left-hander, turn 1, and then you come through the S's. Don't have to let off at all. as I did there a little bit. I think he's trying to conserve his tyres. You can do that flat out up the hill and then into 135R. About the marshal post, just ease on the brakes and then just feather the throttle back on once you're halfway round. And then you come down the hill. This is where you normally stay to the right hand side if you're doing Yamagawa, and you turn left through the chicane, but with the added track of Miyabi to the right hander, and there's the bump. You see that as I went over that. Another nearly 180 left hander through Miyabi, and then fast left right chicane at the back of the course, and then you come up to this long sweeping left, more than 180 degrees. But these are the corners that kill the tyres around this circuit. That's why everyone's front right's absolutely dying. You've got a little bit of a straight here before you absolutely slam on the brakes for another sharp right hairpin. There's another little bounce right there for the car twitch. We're going powering up the hill as we're back onto Yamagawa. This right hander, and then you come into the 35R, braking just at the end of the R there, getting it slowed down, nice, hitting the apex, get that out wide, and then get as far left as you possibly want to, just touch the curb, and then you kind of bounce over this one, try not to lose it, through the last chicane, and then into 50R for the last corner. And then power it back out, and that is a lap of Yamagawa. Thank you, Buzzer, for the lap guide. But now that Gary has pitted, we shall see where he's come out. He's come out just about behind these three cars, so this is a really close finish for the end of the race. Blackie's fuel light is flashing, same as Vroom Vroom. Ice has got a bit more fuel, and so has Gary, but Gary's got lovely fresh set of softs. And we've got 2 minutes to go of the race, so this will be the final lap for these guys. I don't know about the front two, I didn't catch that as they went across the line, but it's going to be a real battle now for the last spot on the podium. Blackie's running it wide, coming out of turn one, but he's keeping it just ahead of Vroom Vroom. Up the S's, he does slip in ahead. Vroom Vroom's a bit wide. Ice has been able to get him past because Vroom Vroom went a little bit wide, but Gary's now seeking the opportunity as well. He's going around to the outside of Vroom Vroom for 5th place. This is a hell of a battle for a last lap after 40 minutes of racing. But if Gary didn't have to pit, obviously his tyres were just dying a death. He didn't think he'd maybe make another 2 laps on them. So best thing to go is come and make them softs work for him for the last couple of laps. He's got Ice right in front of him. Blackie's got able to pull out a little bit of a gap over Ice, but he's really got not much tyre wear, has Blackie on his front right, so it could even die on this lap. Ice is looking around the out. Is he going to go around the outside? I don't think he'll be able to, but it's going to give Gary the inside line. Gary's been able to step up to 4th place, so will Gary be able to get back to his 3rd place before he pitted? Looks like Vroom Vroom's just dropped off the back of these two. Gary's going around the outside of Blackie. I don't think that worked round the right hander out of Miyabi onto Yamagawa, but as they come up the hill for the final time, I will have to break away from these two, this battle for 3rd for a second, just before Bazza comes across the line. So it looks like Bazza's going to come across the line to finish the race in 1st place. And will he get another lap? He gets another lap, so Golden comes across the line to finish in 2nd place. Let's jump back with these guys. They were coming middle of the hairpin. So yeah, Golden finishes in 2nd. Blackie's in a sandwich of the 2 American muscle cars that have been able to pull away from them. And Ice has been able to get past Gary out of the hairpin. So it's all coming down to the final corner. Who can get it right? Who's going to get it wrong? Ice goes a little bit defensive, but tries to square it off to get the drive out of the corner to see if he can get past Blackie. Vroom Vroom's there, just a bit of a passenger watching this battle unfold. But it looks like Blackie's going to get third place. Blackie gets third, Ice gets fourth, Gary fifth, and Vroom Vroom in sixth place. Hell of a battle, guys, for that last podium position. Molson comes across the line to finish in seventh place. Benji will come across in eighth. Fast Jims with Surfer just behind for 9th and 10th. Berserker Boy, not the greatest of races for him. He did finish the sprint in third, but comes across the line in 11th. Captain Pugwash made the one-stop work. He did get to the end, same as Vroom Vroom, but comes across in 12th. Gus in 13th, and Pud will finish in 14th place. But the man of the hour, Bazza, getting his lap of honour, the only man to do so. So we didn't have to worry about Golden Brownie trying to put any pressure on him for the final lap, flashing his LED lights going into the crossover of Miyabi and Yamagawa. He's got no front right tyre, so this lap probably will be one of his slower laps. But he's not going to worry about that. He's the only one to get onto lap 18, and only just. Obviously, if you have enjoyed this comms, please leave a like. Obviously, hit that subscribe button. If your subscriber helps, and then you get notified of when I next upload a comms video. But Bazza will come round the last corner for the final and 18th time. 18th and final time. Sounds a bit better. He's now putting it in cruise mode. He's just going to have a bit of fun as he comes down to the start-finish line to win the feature race. Nice little pirouette, smashes it into the wall. And come on, Bazza, get it across the line. There we go, he's finished. Right, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.